Um, is Jordan in both meetings? Your running backs meetings and
No. I teased. I said I coached him for 7 minutes the first week. I coached him for 7 minutes. He scored 2 touchdowns, pretty good. This week I must have coached him down. He didn't score. But no, I meet with Jordan about 15 minutes prior to meetings, and we go over the 3 or 4 things that he has. And then he comes in the next morning, and we watch it on video and make corrections, and we go from there.
Is that sort of unusual? Have you ever done that with like a part-time running back before?
No, I've had some of my running backs play on defense before. I've been places where you have, Rondé Barber played some receiver for us at times at Virginia, but at my position, well, Madison Hedgecock played a little defensive end for us at North Carolina, but I've never had a guy play another position and play for me.
Do you have to, in those 15 minutes you get with him, do you have to sort of like really prioritize the points you want to get across, or?
He's only got a handful of things, and guys that have a knack and just a natural football player, things come easy to him. So we try not to overburden him, and if we put something in, if it's not natural, we take it out.
how does he show? Does he show running back tendencies? Out on the field.
He's just a fast guy,
Mm-hmm.
and we're trying to give him the ball and put him in space and try not to overcook it. Just let him go.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he made some plays that where he probably did the wrong thing, but his speed was the eraser and negated the issue of him not going in the right hole. So.
Mm-hmm.
With Whitehead getting some carries and Boyd gets some carries, how do you keep all of your guys engaged all the time too?
They're getting enough. And they understand the team concept. We gotta win the game, and we feel good about all those guys. But we're trying to. Certain guys do certain things better than others. We don't ask Boyd to pick up the blitz. I mean, Allison does that pretty good, and so we're just trying to get guys in position just to score enough points to win.
You mentioned Allison picking up the blitz, and that, do you feel like that's something he's done better the last couple of weeks?
He's had no issue. I mean, he got he gave up a sack against Notre Dame. And there's a couple of things I saw. My wife sent me a video that was on Vine of him totally throwing a no-hitter, and it really looked bad, but that was not his guy. So Allison has done a good job protecting the quarterback all year.
With Whitehead, what's the process like to sort of decide when to use him on offense? Is it Coach Chaney? Is it you? Is it Coach Narduzzi?
That's Coach Narduzzi has given us the ability, or made him available to us at any time.
Okay. And
so during the game, one of the younger quarterbacks stands on the defensive bench, and when we need Whitehead, they just call for him and he shoots up. So we can use him at any time. We just got to be smart, and obviously he's not going to play 20 plays on offense. We've reduced his work on special teams, and we look at those. We look at the play count every Tuesday. How many plays the guy's played, and we calculate that over a season. He's a young guy, so we're not gonna overburden him on offense.
Do you feel like this past game was a little bit of a good bounce back game for Quadri to get back over 100 and sort of start pounding a little bit more after the North Carolina Notre Dame games?
Well, when you have those 100-yard games, a lot of things have to take place, and he's got to go where he's supposed to go. He got to break some tackles. He did all those things. He played a good game. The line did a good job. The receivers did a good job. We got some plays checked where we had the advantage. So there's a lot of things that go into rushing for 100 yards.
How did Jordan come out physically Sunday when you saw him? Was he?
He a little sore.
Mm-hmm.
He's a little sore Sunday. Well, he should be. But he looked good today.
Mm-hmm.
What's your message to a guy like Chris James, who probably isn't playing as much as he would like, especially this past week?
What's my message to
him?
him?
What's your message just to sort of keep his head up?
Keep grinding. You never know when your number's going to get called. When it gets called, you got to be ready to go. He went the game and did a pretty good job. Did a fine job. Made a couple plays. So each game is different based on what we're seeing and what guys' capabilities are. And really and truly, we're not trying to say, okay, we're going to play you 20 plays, we're going to play you 30 plays. I mean, every game's different. Again, our job is to score one more point than the other team. We're doing everything we can and use everybody we have and get them in place to be successful.
You referenced Rondy Barber a minute ago. Did you ever see him score a touchdown on offense and intercept a pass in the same game?
No, I've seen him intercept the pass and score touchdowns. Does that count?
I just mentioned that because Jordan ran to the 1 yard line on Saturday, and then he intercepted a pass in the next series.
Right.
That's not something we see too often, is it?
No, that's unusual. He's an unusual talent to be a freshman. He's got a lot of talent.
How hard is it, not just to play both ways, but to do it being a true freshman?
Well, again, some guys just, they got a knack. They're smart and they understand the game. And again, I mean, he only has a few things he has to do on offense. And, it's not like he has the whole playbook he's responsible for. And but again, he's talented. He can run. He's got balance. He's got speed. He's got power. So he's an unusually talented kid.
You think there'll be a tug of war in the offseason between offensive and defensive coaches?
He's a defensive guy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Right.